trust your wife?
Oh, that's funny. You're gonna look funnier sucking my dick with no teeth.
What I mean is, do you think she'd go behind your back, try to hamstring you?
That's it. Step aside, Mert. This fucker's having himself an accident.
You don't push him off the roof. Because if you do trust her, there's no reason you can't get 35,000.
What did you say?
35,000.
35,000?
All of it.
All of it?
Every penny.
Yeah,
You better start.
I forgot that this guy worked in the business industry. Knows a
The
lot
IRS
about
allows
man.
a one-time only gift to your spouse for up to $60,000.
Bullshit. Tax-free?
Tax-free. IRS can't touch 1 cent.
You're that smart banker who killed his wife, aren't you? Why should I believe a smart banker like you? So I can end up in here with you?
It's perfectly legal. Go ask the IRS. They'll say the same thing. Actually, I feel stupid telling you this. I'm sure you would have investigated the matter yourself.
Yeah, fucking A. I don't need no smart wife-killing banker to tell me where the bear's shitting the buckwheat.
Of course not. But you do need someone to set up the tax-free gift for you. And it'll cost you. A lawyer, for example.
Bunch of ball-washing bastards.
Right. I suppose I could set it up for you. That would save you some money. If you get the forms, I'll prepare them for you. Nearly free of charge. I'd only ask 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
That's good.
Get in. That's rich, ain't it?
I think a man working outdoors feels more like a man if you can have a bottle of suds. It's only my opinion. Sir.
That's brave. That's very brave.
What are you Jimmy staring at? Back to work!
Oh, work!
Believed him. Yeah.
And that's how it came to pass, that on the second to last day of the job, the convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-style beer, courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at SHAWSHANK State Prison.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
The colossal prick even managed to sound magnanimous. We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men. Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation. As for Andy, he spent that break hunkered in the shade, a strange little smile on his face, watching us drink his beer.
Hey, want a cold one, Andy?
No, thanks. Gave up drinking.
Doesn't drink.
You could argue he'd done it to curry favor with the guards. Or maybe make a few friends among us cons. Me?
Yeah, I think it's for the
I
friends.
think he did it
Friends
just to
thing.
feel normal again. If only for a short while.
That's really sad.
Chess.
I think he did it. I think he did it to make friends with other people, especially asking drinks. Especially asking for the favor of the drinks for them, knowing he doesn't drink, and that was something asking for a favor so that his friends can like relax and enjoy. But he seems like he's an experienced guy, and he's probably in the wrong place. I don't know whether he did kill his wife or not, but yeah, the guy seems like he's very intelligent, and it's very interesting to see how this story winds up in prison.
The following April, Andy did tax returns for half the guards at Shawshank.
That's a lot
Year
of
after that,
favors
he
he's
did
doing.
them all, including the wardens. Year after that, they rescheduled the start of the intramural season to coincide with tax season. The guards on the opposing teams all remembered to bring their W-2s.
So, Moresby Prison issued you your gun, but you actually had to pay for it.
Damn right, the holster too.
See, that's tax deductible. You can write that off.
Yes, sir. Andy was a regular cottage and
It's crazy that he's coming very famous
he
and
got so
getting favors
busy at
everybody
tax time, he
in
was
jail.
allowed a staff.
Hey, Red, can you hand me a stack of 1040s?
Got
And the rest of the guys are like his staff.
me out of the wood shop a month out of the year, and that was fine by me. And still, he kept sending those letters.
I think it's crazy when you have a certain skill that people don't have and you decide to use your skill You may be very valuable depending on you may be very valuable depending on where you are. So it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have a skill and are very good at it. See, the guy's in prison, but he knows business and they can see everybody there. He knows banking and he can see everybody there. It's like depending on him now. He came there as a prisoner and now he's like everybody wants a favor from him, and yeah, that makes his life easier. Very interesting.
I guess I'm too old for that sort of nonsense anymore. I don't like it here. I'm tired of being afraid all the time.
This is crazy, man. When you've spent all your life in jail and all of a sudden you are released and then you're old, you have no use. People don't really want you. Not want you, but they don't really need you because you're old. It becomes very lonely, especially when you've spent your life in prison. All you know is prison, and yeah, the guy is released, doesn't know how to do anything outside prison. It wasn't the best decision to release him, I think. I don't know.
I doubt they'll kick up any fuss. Not for an old crook like me.
What is he writing? What is he doing? He's writing his name on the wall. This is what I was saying. When somebody has spent his life in prison, all he knows is prison, and then he's released all of a sudden to the community. It's very difficult to adapt, especially when you're very old. If you're young, well, you can try to get a job, try to like get a life. But in this case, what is he going to do? Like when all his life is jail, when he's spent 40, 50 years somewhere, and all they could do is probably take him to relatives that he knows can relax there and spend his rest of the life in peace. But then they bring him to society, he has to work, to be shouted by people, and he has to adapt. It's very stressful. So it's sad that he has to take his life out of this because I don't know. Life is very challenging and very difficult for everybody.
Smart fella, ain't he?
Smart as they come. Used to be a banker on the outside.
What's he in here for, anyway?
Murder.
The hell you say?
Why is he asking a lot of questions? Seems like he knows something.
You wouldn't think it to look at the guy. Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Greased them both.
What?
What?
About 4 years ago, I was in Thomaston on a 2 to 3 stretch. Stole a car. It was a dumb fuck thing to do. About 6 months left to go. Get a new cellmate in. Elmo Blatch. Big, twitchy fucker. Kind of roomy you pray you don't get. You know what I'm saying? 6 to 12, armed burglary. Said he pulled hundreds of jobs. Hard to believe how strung as he was. He'd cut a loud fart. He'd jump 3 feet in the air. Talked all the time, too. That's the other thing. He never shut up. Places he'd been, jobs he pulled, women he fucked, even people he killed. People gave him shit. That's how he put it. So, one night, like a joke, I say to him, yeah, Elmo, who'd you kill? So he says,
I got me this job one time, bussing tables at a country club. So I could case all these big, rich pricks that come in.
It's very interesting.
So I pick out this guy, go in one night, and do his place. He wakes up, gives me shit. So I killed him. Him and this tasty bitch he was with.
Oh.
That's the best part. She's fucking this prick, see, this golf
So,
pro, but
wait.
she's married some other guy. Some shot banker.
Ah,
He's the one they pinned it on.
so his wife got killed by this guy, and then he took life in jail, man. Man, must be very horrible. And when you associate, you can prove it. So the wife was killed by somebody else, but then he's serving 2 life sentences in jail by something he didn't even do. It's very horrible.
Story I ever heard.
Of course, they don't believe him.
What me most is you were taken in.
Sir?
Well, it's obvious this fellow Williams is impressed with you. He hears your tale of woe and quite naturally wants to cheer you up. He's young, not terribly bright. Not surprising he wouldn't know what a state he put you in.
Sir, he's telling the truth.
But let's say for the moment this Blatch does exist. You think he'd just fall to his knees and cry, "Yes, I did it, I confess. Oh, and by the way, add a life term to my sentence."
You know that wouldn't matter. With Tommy's testimony, I can get a new trial.
Well, that's assuming Blatch is even still there. Chances are excellent he'd be released by now.
Well, they'd have his last known address, names of relatives. There's a chance, isn't it?
They don't want to release him because
So
helping them save money.
What did you call me?
Obtuse. Is it deliberate?
Son, you're forgetting yourself.
The country club will have his old time cards, records, W-2s with his name on them.
Frayne, if you want to indulge this fantasy, that's your business. Don't make it mine. This meeting is over.
Sir, if I were to ever get out, I would never...
See, that is exactly. The guy does not want to help because he's been helping them and they don't want him to leave. And he can't really do much.